I'm Dustin Reynolds, and we're coming to you today from the Applied Cutting Solutions demo facility in Ferndale, Washington. Today we're going to discuss how to set the camera offsets for the Multivision tool on a multicam router. The first step is to take a tool and calibrate it. So we're going to calibrate tool 1 and then get it set up to establish a registration mark for our camera to use for the offset. So by pressing Menu and going to ATC, we'll go to calibrate tool number 1. Once the tool has been calibrated, we're going to bring it forward and set surface on this material here. In order for this process to work properly, what we need is a piece of white-faced material with black underneath it. If you don't have Dibond handy, you can use a piece of black Sentra with a piece of white vinyl over it. It's important that there's black under the white so that we can create a registration mark that the camera can see properly. Once I've set my home and my surface, the next step is to get set up for the job. The way we're going to do that is by going into our menu and into our Params 2D. In this instance, we would like a cut feed rate of 100 inches per minute. We would like a cut depth of 0.1. Our spindle speed and our feed rate on the Z-plunge are really not that important as long as we're at a reasonable range, because the bit is really just going to punch straight down and then lift straight up. Once those parameters are set, we're then going to go into our menu and down to where it says Vision. Under Vision, we're going to go into the option that says Set Camera Offsets. Once we push Enter on that screen, it will say Set Camera Offsets. Press Enter to mark a fiducial at the current spot. What this will then do is turn the spindle on, drive down 1/10 of an inch into the material, and then lift back up. Then it will move the camera over so that it can attempt to find the dot that we have just created. Once the mark has been drilled, we can now press 5 on the screen and see our camera view. As you can tell, a dot has been created in the material. When I press Enter, the camera will automatically find the dot and calculate the new offsets from camera to spindle center. This process will allow the machine to determine the offset from the spindle center to the camera. These offsets can change over time if maybe you have a poor quality dot or the camera is bumped and has shifted position from where it was when it was originally set up. If you've ever noticed that a cut is maybe off to the left or off to the right, then resetting your camera offsets will generally correct that problem. I'm Dustin Reynolds, and we're at the Applied Cutting Solutions demo facility in Ferndale, Washington.